a two-parent, two-child household would need in excess of $100,000 to be considered above the poverty line. That's, and that helps explain why the Omnibus Bus survey tells a truthful story about how Bermudians are faring. It's pretty obvious that things are really, really bad, and that I would argue surgical action is needed instead of the blanket approach that our government is taking, essentially giving people like me a tax break. People like me don't deserve those kinds of breaks. We just need to tighten our belts. But for those two-parent, two-children households who need in excess of $100,000 to escape poverty, you need sort of something that's targeted, something that's surgical, that will give them the relief that they desperately need. And when you add to that the fact that the government has a huge debt to pay, that they need to be more discerning about how they target, how they help people in this situation.
In addition to food, the one of the top financial concerns that came out was saving for retirement. Over half of respondents said that it's just impossible for them to be saving, which ultimately will impact our community, government, everything, and of course, because people might not have enough to live on and will ultimately, rely on government income.
It's a fact that savings in Bermuda has hit a record high. It topped $4 billion during the pandemic. So Bermudians as a group are saving now more than at any point in time in our history. The question is, well, who's saving more? White-collar Bermudians are saving more because, well, they were making the same salary for the most part, but their expenses were lower, and so they were able to save more. Blue-collar Bermuda, well, they did the opposite. They went into debt. And so you've got this divide, this serious divide between blue and white. And so again, it comes back to targeted temporary relief for those folks. It has to be targeted. This blanket approach is really inefficient and, quite frankly, a waste of taxpayer money.